Hi everyone, welcome back. And we have our graphical user interface here up and running. This here is for the WaveShare and the Raspberry Pi 5, basically the WaveShare connected to the Raspberry Pi 5, and it is the WaveShare GPS model, the L76X. Now this is part of our Explorer series. Essentially, it is a it's going to be quite a couple of videos, and it's all about explaining how to build a GPS system. In this case, this is one that will continue to be built. I'm adding additional functionalities, and I think that essentially where we are right now is just the tip of the iceberg. There is so much more that's coming up, so please do subscribe, and I would appreciate it if you like. So here we go. Essentially, we do have a connection at the moment. Let me just show you the code, basically. Essentially, no worries. I'm going to have the link to the updated one for this episode. And essentially, so yep, here you're basically looking at part of the code. If you want, I do encourage you to put it in Gen AI as it was created with Gen AI. I'm not a Python uh, expert per se. I do know the language. I'm average in terms of building applications as such, but with Gen AI, this is what I build most of the applications that I showcase. Now, now this is not just going to be a software, but it will be a marriage, a synergy between software and obviously it is already a synergy between software and hardware, where the Raspberry Pi 5 and the WaveShare system is concerned for the GPS. But at the same time, it's going to be more than that. It's going to be a structural encasing as well. So we will have the power source, the uh, the Raspberry computer. All of that will be encased as well with the screen, and it will be a full plugged uh, system where we can actually take it and it will be resistant to extremes, basically the type that you would encounter in a, I would say, a harsh setting out there uh, in the woods, in nature, exploring areas. So it's really basically the idea behind what Explorer should be. So let's get back to showing you the how these functionalities that I've added work. Let me just collapse this, and there we go. So the idea is essentially to briefly to upload the offline maps for the area that you plan to explore. And let's do it right here, and I'll show you the functionalities that I have currently added. So one of them is it allows you to pinpoint in on the offline maps where you want to go. So essentially, where your destination is, and it will let you know how far that is in miles and kilometers. At the same time, it will also advise how long it will take you to get there. So that's the second part of the functionality. So quite important functionalities here. And let me show you how this works in this episode. So we want to load the saved maps. And I'll take this one right here, Parc Mont Royal, open the offline map. So this is the downloaded part. Now, on the right-hand side, we have trail tracking. So trail tracking will allow us to, so this is the main functionality that I've added. It will allow us to essentially view our uh, our current trek. So we could essentially just head back using the same trail. So the trail will appear once we turn it on. And at the same time, we would like to know what the distance is and how long it will take. So if I just click anywhere here, it will give me the distance of 3.7 kilometers. And at the same time, it will let me know that it will take 44 minutes to get there. Now, assuming there's no stops in between, this is just an average human at the average human walking speed of 5 kilometers an hour. So let's just stop it here for this part. And let me just show you basically if you change the distance changes. Now, of course, right now it's calculating from my current position, which is nowhere near around this area that's been downloaded, but it's calculating from my own location where I am. So, but essentially you could just basically click anywhere from, so assuming I was at a location here, I would click from that location to my destination and it'll let me know the distance as well as the effort and time. Of course, this would work for 50 kilometers area, 100 kilometers area, 300 kilometers area, whatever you are in the world and exploring. That's pretty much it for this part.
So basically, that was pretty much it. There's a lot more coming, I promise you. A lot more functionalities, and but this is pretty much what I wanted to show you so far. Two very important functionalities, basically the ability to track where we came from, um, our trail, and essentially being able to just click and any destination, see the distance and the effort. Now, a couple of things that are coming in the pipeline for this project. Basically, just going to keep referring to it as Explore, and it will be Explore Update. That link again will be at. I'll provide you the URL to the GitHub page for the new code. And essentially, what I wanted to show you, basically, for those that haven't watched my previous episodes, do watch the previous episodes when, if you do have a chance, as they're really interesting. How just to see the progression of this project. And again, this is the Raspberry Pi 5. What you see here connects to the antenna, which is the WaveShare unit GPS, and this is the antenna system itself. So yes, lots of synergies here, lots more coming up, and I hope that you did enjoy this episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll basically catch my next episode. Bye for now.